I'm here in Hickory, North Carolina, where there's a gas shortage from the hurricane that was in Galveston. And so people are lining up to feed their cars, and people are hungry for gas.
I'm honored to be here with John and Cindy McCain.
My friends, we're going to have energy independence, and we're going to have it in 10 years, and we're going to achieve it. We'll drill, and we'll get a new supply of oil.
What were the Republicans hollering? Drill, baby, drill. What kind of slogan is that? They were getting all excited. They're excited about drilling. Now listen, that's how you get oil. There's nothing wrong with drilling. And I have said that if we're serious about dealing with energy, we've got to have a comprehensive package. And we can explore new reserves, including offshore. But we can't drill our way out of the problem because we only have 3% of the world's oil reserves. We use 25% of the world's oil.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the moratorium on drilling, offshore drilling, that's about to expire.
Well, you want to lower the price of something, you increase its supply. We have this idea that if we tax oil companies, that's going to help our energy position. That's absolutely silly. And profits are a good thing. We want energy companies to make profits because that's what they use for additional exploration. The environment is going to be not impacted at all. In fact, it might even be positive. I've got a feeling that some of the environmentalists who oppose this thing, these kinds of things, are anxious to keep the price of energy high. There's a movement to change people's lifestyles, and if people can continue to get inexpensive energy, then they won't change their lifestyles in the way that some environmental groups, anyway, want us to change our lifestyles.
I say drill. I might have not said that years ago, but now I think that we can do it safely, and I think that we have got to get off of dependence on foreign oil.
We have to think of our options, and to me, one of our only options to get ourselves off of foreign oil is to drill here. And it's not that I want to, but I do feel that we should be taking responsibility for our own actions, and especially for our own consumption, which is way too much.
A question that I have for you is, how do you feel about offshore drilling?
There's currently been a bill on the Hill that's been proposed. It's called the Gang of 10. It's heavily involved in looking at renewable energy, but it also allows for offshore drilling off the coast of the Atlantic seaboard. I am in support of that bill.
And do you think that it's going to truly lower the price of fuel for us and soon?
I think drilling off the coast of the Atlantic seaboard is probably a 7, 10, 12-year time frame. But you also have to realize that the oil and gas companies have 68 million acres of land that's currently leased for drilling. Whether that's on land, I think there's about 38 million offshore. I question why they don't go ahead and start drilling in those areas right now where they've got the leases.
But I just have this feeling if we put one bit in the ground, one drilling bit in the ground, you'd see the prices start to fall. I mean, these OPEC countries don't want to lose their customers. Drill. You can't find it unless you drill.
At the Locke Foundation, and I asked him what kind of environmental effects drilling could have, and he said that actually, if anything, positive effects, and that the fish like to congregate around the pipes, and they like being around it, and it's helpful to help, for man-made reefs and things of that nature.
The heavy industry that sustains drilling would have a major negative impact on North Carolina ecology and the North Carolina economy. The drilling itself is just the tip of an iceberg.
The minute you put a drill in the ground, the OPEC cartel starts to lower their prices, and that in itself would lower gas prices immediately.
There's simply not enough oil and gas out here to affect the price of the pump in any significant way. What we're seeing in the political realm right now is a purely political theater at its rawest. We have 25 years worth of very careful consideration of the role of drilling in the U.S. southeast coast here and have been stampeded just over the course of a couple of months, really.
Beginning of Purple States, I was very in support of whatever saved the environment and helped the environment. I've learned so much on this journey, and now I feel like I've been left with more questions than I had when I started.